Hi, I'm Kep Kepner, CPA here in Dallas. The IRS has a wonderful program. I know that sounds strange in itself, but they've got this great program called the Taxpayer Advocate. So if you're trying to get something done, you can talk to an advocate, or you can have us intercede for you and talk to the advocate and try to get your problem solved. So let me tell you about one of the taxpayer advocates. Her name is Natisha Hall. She's 39 years old. She was able to bilk hundreds of people out of their tax refunds and the government out of more than $1 million by setting up a scheme where she had access through her computers to names, addresses, social security numbers. She filed phony tax returns. Then she had refunds come to debit cards, so those debit cards she could use or give to somebody else. Now, she's hopefully the exception rather than the rule in the advocate's office, but the reality is there's a lot of tax fraud going on, even with people who work for the IRS. Now, for the life of me, I can't understand how somebody working for the IRS would think they wouldn't get caught. But with most kinds of white-collar crime, it's the greed that gets the person. It worked one time, so they do it 2 times, and then they do it 10 times, and then 100 times. They bring other people in because they don't want all these refund checks going to one address, so they bring other people in. And then greed hits them, and they say, well, you sent a bigger refund to Joe and a lesser refund to me. So it's greed that ends up killing these kinds of schemes and lets people get caught. So the IRS is trying very hard to avoid that kind of thing, but their own skirt is dirty. They can't get it done internally. So it's something that you and I as taxpayers have to live with. We have to be absolutely diligent about protecting our private data. And I know we're in a world where the younger generation puts stuff out on all kinds of media and social media, and they don't think much about it. But the reality, we've all heard stories how once it's out there, it stays. Well, I'm to tell you that you need to guard your business financial information and your personal financial information with great care so that you minimize the chance of this kind of fraud happening to you. I've had several clients who have filed their tax return only to find that somebody else had used their social security number and filed before them. So now's the season for people to file phony tax returns, because let's say you come to me and we're doing your tax return and we file it by the 1st of April. That gives somebody between the first of the year and that date to file a phony tax return, get a refund back, and then when your tax return is filed, it's the one that's thought to be false because the return's already been filed. So we have to be really careful about that. We're very diligent as a CPA firm in that arena, and you as an individual taxpayer should be diligent as well. If you need help in this area, we'll be glad to help.